Okay, we're up and firing here, and I'm going to start the meeting at 6:31 p.m. It's November 8th. It's the Executive Board meeting. Let's see, Robin, want to do roll?
Yep.
Or Lewis? I can do it. I'll do it. Oh, Robin, you here?
Vice President?
Robin is here.
I'm here.
Lewis, are you here?
I am here.
Oh, you know what? Let me text Arthur. Wow. We are on the. Okay, I said text him a quick little reminder, and we'll go on. So we have, well, it's not bad. We're just missing Arthur for now, and we'll hopefully hear back from him. Let's see. We'll call to order, and we'll go to open public forum. I see Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, you all. Thank you very much. I'll use part of my open forum just to hopefully make things go quicker in this meeting. There's some mistakes that I think if you're aware of, then you can accommodate them and no confusion results. So on this executive meeting agenda, let me point out that if you look under motion B, you wrote down approve November 18 general meeting agenda. It's November 15th. Okay, it's correct on the actual agenda. It's wrong on this agenda. Okay. Is that, can I move forward?
Yes, thanks. Thank you.
Okay, the next thing is if you look under the treasurer's report, motion C, okay, it's approved the MER November, but if you actually go into the MER that's subject to approval, it's the October. Okay, so that's another thing. And then posting has been a non-stop problem. I direct this to Louis. Louis, since we know the documents are necessary to be posted, I would recommend listing out the posted documents on the bottom of the agenda so that there's a double check for whoever is doing it. In this case, what was posted was the agenda of the general meeting of October 18th, and it should have been the minutes that were supposed. There's no reason to be posting the agenda. So that's what I think happened. So as a consequence, we don't have the minutes posted. I don't know what that means. If you, in a normal committee, that means you can't vote on them, but I don't think you're actually doing anything. You're setting the agenda. So I don't even know why you're voting in this committee. You're setting the agenda. So I don't, because you didn't post it, you're really not supposed to be voting on it, but you're not passing it. You're just establishing, you're setting it as Dunn calls it. Okay, that's what I wanted to point out for this. So those are the things that are a little confused, that are wrong, okay? For my public forum, what I'd like to do is use my time to just talk about what I said in the public safety meeting. It's about accountability, and it's about being forthright to the benefit of stakeholders' interests. I think that when the secretary doesn't have documents, for example, an agenda, it's reasonable to tell the whole board who is the person that didn't provide the agenda or what committee, rather than just say we're missing. It's not clandestine, it's not shameful, but if we all know, just like if we all know who lacks training or is running close to being untrained, we can all have our eyes on a person on their voting performance to be sure no one votes who hasn't qualified themselves. That takes group knowledge. So suppressing that sort of information doesn't serve anyone, not the board, not the stakeholder. And the same holds true if a committee member doesn't come to a meeting for a long period of time. It's got to be dealt with. It's not a secret and there's no shame. If someone's lost interest, it just needs to be confronted. There's no problem with it. It just needs to be dealt with forthrightly. So that's what I wanted to say in this committee. It's not working if you make things into a secret that are public record. That was about it. When we get to the agenda, I think it makes no sense to vote or approve or set the agenda for the general meeting at the beginning of this meeting, because if something gets said, this is what happened in the last meeting. If something gets said, for example, when the treasurer gives his presentation, you may want to alter the agenda that you're going to ultimately set for the general meeting. So to vote on it at the beginning of this meeting rather than the end of this meeting, it's not conforming to common sense in the world that I live in. So I think you ought to consider moving that to the end of the meeting. So if anything comes up during the meeting that influences it, you're in a position not to have to go back and we already voted on it. Because what I'm headed toward is the plum doesn't have anything submitted. Will that be remedied before the general meeting?
Yes, actually, we do have
Great.
his agenda.
Okay.
It was submitted today.
I'm all done with
I still have time to put it on. I still have time to put it on, as you know.
Okay, my recommendation is to vote on it at the end of the meeting, just in case anything comes up that you may want to change, so you don't have to go back and deal with it. Thank you. That's the end of my thing. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Jonathan.
So the two dates have been updated on the agenda, tonight's agenda, and the suggestion of voting for the general board agenda. We can move that further down on the agenda for the next meeting. The bullet points for the Plum meeting, their agenda was submitted today, and they didn't have any bullet points available, which is why no items were submitted, was placed as a placeholder. But as we know tonight with the new agenda, we now have bullet points that can be added. So it was just because of timing of their meeting.
And I will look into the posting concerns, because I'm not
Yeah,
sure that that's
again,
what we
Louis,
did. Yeah.
you're new,
Mhm.
and you know, you're doing an exceptional job for hitting the ground running, and we will have a few glitches. It's like any other new position, things get maybe sometimes missed, and you're doing a great job, and I'll try to keep an eye so that if something does get missed, it won't fall through the cracks. So, but you are doing a great job, so thank you for your hard work.
Any other public comments at this time? I don't see any, so we're going to move forward to board member news and announcements. Please raise your hands. We have a small board tonight. Don't think we're going to have any, so we'll move forward to the committee minutes. Motion A, approve the GTLNC October 11th, 2022 executive minutes. So I have a first.
Robin.
Anyone?
I guess I would have to second
I didn't hear
it.
you.
Second, yeah. Although Arthur
Arthur's here.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anyone say anything. Okay, so I have a Robin as a second, and
Robin and
Lewis.
Louis will be the second.
Yeah.
Okay, I have Lewis at first and Robin at second. That's what I have. Okay.
No,
Discussion on this matter.
Robin was, well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm good either way.
Okay, discussion on this matter.
No.
Please raise your hand from the public. Anyone in attendees? All right, let's go to the vote. Robin.
Right. Robin, I'm a yes.
Arthur.
Oh, wait, hold on. Motion A to approve the GTLNC October 11th, 2022 executive minutes. I'm a yes. Arthur's yes. Louis?
I didn't hear it say yes, but Arthur? Is he here?
Yeah.
We'll come back to Arthur. Okay, Lewis.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a yes.
Arthur?
And Arthur?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
thank you, Arthur. And thank you for being here. Motion.
Arthur, what time did you join, just so I can note it?
You joined at 6:37.
Thank you. All right, so motion B to approve the GTLNC November 18th, 2022 General Board Agenda. And we are going to amend it because we're going to add the bullet points that we received tonight from Plum. Do you?
And we're going to change the date.
Yeah. The date was only on this agenda, Colby. The date on the agenda for General Board is correct. It's just on this agenda, the list.
It says general, yes, okay, good.
And then, Ren, I know you're on the call. Do you have bullet points? Did you send bullet points or did you just send the agenda?
I just ended up being able to send the agenda. I didn't send bullet points, but I can list them off. Do you want me to send that to you as a separate text or email?
Yes, please. That way we get exactly what you want submitted. Yes.
Okay. I'll be doing that right now.
Okay, wonderful.
So then the motion would be to approve the Greater Toluca Neighborhood Council November 18th General Board Agenda as amended,
Correct.
pending PLUM.
You might want to.
You
Yeah, go
have a period and a
Oh,
count.
I see it. Oh, you're on there. I see it.
I'm watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the period. There you go. Wonderful. Okay, so Ren's going to send us the bullet points, but we have the agenda, so we have the minutes. Colby, could we possibly add
Banners.
under exec, Louis, if you want to pull up the general board agenda or just make a note of to add a discussion about other board members joining outreach. We're very light on outreach, and with the election coming, we really, and I think it's something exec should discuss, not just Matt during his time for outreach. I think exec needs to make a push to see if some of the members, like maybe actually hopefully call a few people out that might consider doing it. But I know that Matt really needs some help. And we are going to, I believe it's January when it starts to open up, when you can actually start to file, to apply as a board member. I think that's when it opens.
Oh, for the election?
Yeah. Okay, so Louis, just say as amended, and then erase everything else after that. And then under exec, just put outreach. Yeah, yeah.
And Robin, what about banners? Banner discussion?
Oh yeah, let's put banners, because I want to have somebody apply for an MPG possibly next week for the banners for GTLNC to be able to hopefully help fund even partially. I don't know what they cost. We're waiting for our quotes that Ruby Lozano is in charge of getting for us. And it was a misspeak that the city was going to fund the banners and that all we had to pay for was installation. The city was going to fund the permit to actually do it, not the actual banners. So we're looking at the price to be able to pay for those banners. And hopefully it's not exorbitant and it's something that we could possibly file an MPG for. So the banners are for the 100th anniversary of Toluca Lake. Okay, so other than that, Colby, is there anything else you want to add for the general board agenda?
No, that's good. That's, I want to make sure we get the banners on there. We talked about that today.
Okay. All right, so let's vote on motion B to approve the GTLNC November 18th, 2022 general board agenda as amended. Oh, wait, did we take a first and second? I don't think we did before this discussion. Let's try that again. Motion B to approve the GTLNC November 18th, 2022 general board agenda as amended. I'll be the first. Robin, do we have a second?
Well, I think we had it. Yeah, and we have to correct it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you say Arthur?
That was Lewis, I think.
That was Lewis.
Okay, Lewis, you're the second. So the discussion was to add an MPG, and it's NPG.
You said I'm sorry.
Yeah, NPG for potential banners for Riverside Drive.
Okay.
Along Riverside Drive for the 100th anniversary. And the other thing was to add to exec, to ask board members to join the outreach committee. Those are the two things that I'd like to see added. And is there anything else, Colby?
Well, you said you mentioned November 18th. It's November 15th.
Let me look.
You said November. It's actually November 15th, not 18th.
Okay, hold on. November, yep. Okay, so, yep, perfect.
Okay, so we'll be adding outreach discussion regarding
To exec. Adding outreach committee discussion regarding board members.
board member participation.
Yeah, in outreach. Okay, so let me go ahead and read motion B to approve the GTLNC November 15th, 2022 General Board Agenda as amended. I'm a yes. Robin? Arthur? Arthur? I know.
Arthur?
Lewis is a yes. Okay.
I'm a yes.
Colby?
I'm a yes. I'm a yes.
Right. Arthur? Arthur, are you eating dinner? Arthur? Where are you,
Arthur, we don't want
Arthur?
to have you be excused again.
Arthur, we
Let
need
me-
to vote. Okay, I see. You just got to unmute. There we go.
There we are.
Arthur? We just read motion B. Do you vote?
Sure.
Yes? Yes.
I vote yes.
Okay, wonderful. Motion carries
4-0-0.
All right, treasurer reports.
Okay.
Give you, let's see, make you, hold on, Arthur. Okay, you have screen sharing ability. Oh, wait, hold on, Ren, do you have a hand raised for something? Hold on.
I want to make sure Robin got the,
Oh,
got
let
my
me look.
text message.
Let me look.
I sent it to Colby, but it didn't go through for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't.
Forms. Yep, I got the 4 bullet points.
Right.
I will send those right now to Lewis and he can add them to the general board when we're done with this meeting.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Arthur.
Okay. Let me just grab the screen. Perfect. Okay. So we had ended September with $29,143. We had about $125 in operating costs, $96 for Google, and then $28.99 for MailChimp, for a total of about $125. And we ended October with $29,018. Do we have any questions or comments?
No. For me, looks like Jonathan's hand is raised. Jonathan?
Hi, Arthur. Arthur, when are you gonna, and where are you gonna put the $850 that has to be allocated to the outreach?
I will do that when it's spent.
So it's gonna float even though it's been approved? How does?
So
How do
so the way it works is our budget is approved at the beginning of the year, but we spend our money any which way we want to. And so when the actuals happen, it'll just be reflected in actuals. Our budget is what we had voted on, and it doesn't necessarily change as we vote on things. The actuals change. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, I understand it, but what it does is it means when you look at the financial report, you can't see money that's already, so to speak, promised.
So that I agree with you there that there is no kind of like updated forecast that'll take money from a so-called somewhere else and then allocate it to outreach in this case.
Okay. And where would that be coming from? The $7,000 line?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, thanks. That's it.
Okay, doesn't look like we have any other questions. Why don't we go ahead and read the motion again?
Okay, motion C is to approve the October 2022 MER and expenditures for reconciliation submission to the city clerk
As amended.
as amended.
Was it amended?
So,
Well, we had to cross out November and put October. Just on this.
Oh.
because it was changed from the
Got it. Okay.
perfect. Yeah.
All right. We'll start with me. Robin is a yes. Arthur?
Do we have first or second?
Oh,
Colby
that
first.
should have been done first before any of this. So let's begin again. Motion C to approve October 2022 MERN expenditures for reconciliation submission to the city clerk as amended. Do we have a first?
Colby.
First or Colby?
Colby,
Colby first. Lewis second.
great. So the date was changed from November to October. Jonathan.
There's just an error. Yeah, there's an error on this. Thing.
Okay. And there is no other discussion. So we'll go ahead and read the motion again. Motion C, approve the October 2022 MERN expenditures for reconciliation submission to the city clerk as amended. I'm a yes. Arthur?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Colby?
Yes.
Motion carries 400.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thank you.
Ongoing business. Again, my NPG requests, neighborhood purpose grants. Please bring me your NPGs. I'm very happy to see that the money we sent over to the Cancer Society shop is being used there. I see that they have taken down their old battered awning, and it looks like they're in the process of will soon be replacing it with a big new one for which will feature our logo and I'm told an 18-inch square in the lower right-hand corner near our neighborhood bulletin board, which is a lot of fun. It'll be there for probably last 10 or 15 years. I'm thinking, and that's a great piece of branding we're going to have ongoing, and hopefully we can get the banners done, and that'll be a nice kind of a uniting piece of visual to let people know that we exist, and then can come to more of a meeting to get more involved and make us a better, stronger community.
Can I ask on the banners, have we booked the polls, or have we checked availability so we can make
I believe
sure
they are available last time we checked.
I can maybe look into that.
That would be great. And
Shannon's kind of spearheading that. I don't know if you.
Well,
if you want
Shannon has passed this task. I don't know if it's the task or just the quotes onto Ruby.
Okay.
So Ruby is on the homeowners, but it would be nice to have a connection between the homeowners and the GTLNC so that we can, if Ruby comes across a question that regards the GTLNC, she doesn't have to, she has a liaison to that.
Yeah, we work differently than other groups do. Lewis, that'd be great if you want to check.
I'll look in just to make sure that the Amundsen, no one doesn't have the banner polls you want. So Robin, I'll ask you where you intended to place them.
And if we can, all the way, we're going to try for all the way, essentially from Patty's, from where Burbank, Clybourne is, all the way up, all the way to end of Riverside Drive, where it bisects with the Camarillo, way up by the freeway.
Oh wow! Okay, so we can definitely.
We'll see which polls are available and for how long.
I'll do that for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I know
And
there's something.
we already know what's going to be written on the banners. We just are, we have to come up with the font and the the layout.
And then I'm
right,
happy to report that MailChimp is back up and running. And we had a very frustrating time. A previous board member from a long, long time ago, we had there actually are 2 passwords for this account. We didn't realize this. This predates me, my existence on this board, and even Robin's. Oh, hold on, Jonathan has his hand raised. Yeah, Jonathan.
Back to the banners. You want to finish up with talking about Chimp?
Yeah, just real quick. It's just we got that up and running again. It just took forever.
Okay.
Go ahead.
On the banners, Colby, I would recommend that I wouldn't want to see this delayed. I think this is a really excellent project, and the idea to do it all the way up to Camarillo actually does even more than I think anyone expects, meaning it showing life on a street that's been taking that's lacking life is a really, really excellent idea. To prevent it from getting delayed, what I recommend is you tell Shannon that an NPG can't be given for a partial amount. So she needs to give the full amount of the expenditure, and the other contributors who are contributing, so that it's clear that the amount under the NPG is toward a project fully funded. You can't take an NPG if it isn't fully funded. So that's what we need to see, is the whole price and the other donors, if I can call them that, so that when we look at it in our neighborhood council, we know that we're agreeing to fund an NPG for a fully funded project. Otherwise, it's not allowed.
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
That's sort of what we had with the Cancer Society shop. We donated $5,000 to that awning I was just speaking about, and the actually awning total price is over $16,000, which was made up by the Cancer Society itself. But yeah, we'll get on that. I'm glad you agree that I think it would be a very uniting. I think Riverside Drive really is a spine of our neighborhood, and to show everyone, subliminally or even consciously that that we're all, this is an area that's cared about and people are watching over it, I think will send a message. So that's that. And then on any other comments?
18 was but
What's that noise?
Oh, wow.
That's Arthur. He needs to
Let
mute.
me mute Arthur.
Orange County.
Okay. Moving forward, so no more comments on this, right? Raise your hand. I don't think so. We're gonna move on to new business. I'd like to call for volunteers to get involved with the website more. We're using Lisa, which I think is great, and Lisa's actually very helpful. I think she's probably less expensive and more, possibly more efficient than us using our website vendor, who's been very helpful also. But what I really want to do is, right now we're still paying the full price for the website vendor, and I need someone to come in from our board, and I can do it with you, and just figure out how to reduce our costs. That we're spending a lot of money, as you know, on our website, and if we could cut costs there, and we don't need to have this huge expense for our website maintenance. And if we could, again, put it more on Lisa, or even or have Lisa and someone else do this together, that would help a lot. We just need to get that more focused, and we'll save a lot of money. And let's see, I have here. That's it for new business. Please raise your hand if you have more new business. I don't see hands raised. Let me go. Okay, so I hate to end the meeting right now. It's a little.
Yep, and we are dark in December.
Yeah.
Our next meeting will be January 10th, 2023. So looks like Jonathan raised his hand before we adjourn.
There we go.
Just
Hi,
trying to avoid the problem. Louis, double check then that the minutes for the general meeting of October 18th will be posted or are posted for the general meeting, because if it happened here, maybe it happened there. Okay.
When we post everything for this coming newsletter, all the documents for the general board meeting will include the past minutes from.
Oh, I see. It hasn't been posted yet. Okay,
No.
got it.
No. Mm-mm.
Thanks.
Sure.
Lower your hand, Jonathan. Just raise it again, but I'm sure that's a mistake.
Yep.
Okay.
So
With that, we'll see
January
we'll
10th.
see you next week at our general board meeting, November 15th, which is very exciting, and we'll cover a lot of ground then, and close the meeting at 7:01 p.m.
Yep, 7:02 p.m.
Thank
All
you.
right.
It was 7:01
Good
when I
night.
said it was
Thanks,
7:01.
Paul.
Thank-
Good
thank
night.
you.
Have a
It was
good
7:01.
evening.
Thank
Good
you, guys.
evening. Thank you.
Bye.
Robin, I'll clean this up before I do anything.
No worries.